Hello, my name's Chris, and this is Holt's Family Farm. It's been a while since I posted anything, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a tour of my garden for 2021. And this is the table I made for my kids for their fairy garden. And this year we decided to go with wildflowers and hopefully attract some of the pollinators. But I haven't had too many flowers yet, so it's a little late for that. But anyway, next year hopefully we'll get flowers a little bit sooner so that pollinators will be attracted. This is a beefsteak tomato. I made it out of 2x4s. Every year I just dig out all the dirt and remove the soil and use fresh soil in the middle. So that way hopefully we have a lot of blight problems, so I try to stay away from that. And the gutter strawberries are in their 4th year. They're still producing, but the strawberries are starting to get smaller, so I need to replace the plants. I decided I'm going to make a different frame and bring those down and make more of a pyramid so they're not as high, because I have a hard time looking at the ones above. So I'm going to bring everything a little closer together and make it a little bit different. I'll do a video on that. But as far as gutters working, they work great. I use drip irrigation and I water them every other day, and I don't have any problems with dry out or anything. You can see the plants are healthy. And so people that say that you can't do that, I don't know what they're doing, but I don't see much problem in doing it. These are potatoes. They're about ready to be picked. If you look down here, I got some sticking out of the ground, right? Like here's one. So I got a little red potato. So I got potatoes already. Another beefsteak tomato with a little bit smaller of a frame. But I've got that going. Got pepper plants. I do top my pepper plants off so they become bushier. This is 2nd year onions that I'm trying to bulb out. My sweet basil growing. Over here I just planted sweet potatoes. I had cauliflower and broccoli in here, but we harvested all that already. So now we're working on sweet potatoes. Then I have, really need to weed whack here, but I've got my onion bed, and I have a bunch of volunteer potatoes that have come up in the flower bed. Right, here's a new one, just came up just recently. There. I have my herb garden table that I built a couple years back, going great. I don't have to replant anything in here. It all comes back year after year. The sage is doing really well this year as far as fungus. It's gotten rid of it. And I trimmed my fig tree severely to get it more of a tree instead of a bush. Our muscadine grapes are going wild. I've got to get in because I've got some raspberries that grew, wild raspberries that have grown up in there, and I got to get those out of there. I did plant some more sweet potatoes in here. I'm going to redo this, fill this bed up with some compost, and plant pumpkins in here. I have a little bit of garlic that came up voluntarily from last year. But you can see right here, somebody ate all my sweet potatoes. I had one there, one there, one there, and somebody ate the leaves off all of them. So these ones I'm hoping will come back, but those two there look like they ate them all the way down. They're going to come back, but we'll never know. I have the soil in here is compost that I use for my chicken coops and my yard clippings. And I planted 2 varieties of watermelons here, and then I have bell peppers here and here, and same thing, I top them off so that they get a little bit more bushy. I'm doing that. This bed I'm letting take a break this year. I've used it for carrots the last couple of years, and I just don't seem to get the production that I want out of it, so I'm going to redo this one. Probably I might even use it this fall. That's that. This is my I moved my yellow squash and zucchini over here. I like to put tomato cages over them to keep them upright, and I trim off the things. We have real bad problems with the vine borers here, and I usually lose these guys to that. So I'm hoping by keeping the leaves trimmed up and keeping it going up that I might be able to prevent that from getting in there sooner. But anyway, you can see I'm already getting a lot of production out of these this year already. I have slicer cucumbers right here. I've already got a few off of it. I'm doing the single vine method and cutting off all the runners on that. First time I've done that where I'm trying to do single vine. I'm hopefully getting bigger fruit from that. These are my, I have 5 beefsteak tomatoes here also, and I'm keeping those up off the ground and I'm trellising them through the arbor. And the one in the middle was a volunteer one, so I just went with it. This is a melon plant here, and I believe it's a honeydew. I have a yellow zucchini here, and then over here, this is I think that's honeydew, and this is muskmelon. And then I have butternut squash on this plant here, and I'm pruning it. And I also did the same thing with those. I did the single lines, and you can see I've got a pretty good size butternut squash there. And looks like I got a friendly little ladybug there helping me out. And one of the bonus with that was I bought these seeds, and one of the seeds was a cucumber plant. So I got a free cucumber plant on there, and it looks like these are the English or Japanese style because they're real long and skinny. So hopefully that'll be good. And over here, you can look here, one of my other fig trees. I trimmed it up. Hopefully the other one I'll get to look like this eventually, but this is my fig tree. Over here, I got a variety of different peppers, mostly spicy peppers. I topped them all off to get them a little bushier also. This year, I got, if you can look here, I've got, if you look down in there, I've got quite a few blackberries on my blackberry bush. And the birds won't leave it alone, so I put a netting over it. Hopefully I'll get some. My blueberry bush is producing blueberries, but not a whole bunch of them. Raspberry bush hasn't produced anything yet. And I tried to overwinter my lemon and lime trees, and they all died through the winter, so I got to figure something out with that. I think I might leave them out next. I'm going to buy a new one this fall and leave it out over the winter and see if it survives. And we're right at the cusp of whether it will survive or not. If you look here, these are white grapes, and they're seedless grapes. And I planted this 3 years ago, and I'm now, it's the size where it's actually starting to produce. And then down here is, and it's not producing yet, but this is, well, it's got a few right here. But these are the red seedless grapes. But it's a different plant, unlike the muscadine up there. So, if you look back here, I haven't done it yet. I got to tear up my garden back here. That's where I do my canning tomatoes and my paste tomatoes. We're going to do a fall crop this year and see if we can avoid the blight, because blight usually wipes me out, and we have a lot of humid spring, so I'm hoping that fall I'm going to produce or plant them in July and hopefully do that. If you look over here, there used to be a blackberry patch over there, and it has just overrun the garden, and I've got to get that all fixed up and everything, but that's the way that goes. If you look here, I started using my leaf mulch so I don't have to mow in between the beds, and it's doing really well. A few spots where the grass is popping up, but I think if I keep doing it, it'll be a better way of doing it than having to get in there and mow all the time. So thank you for watching. That's my garden, and I'll keep you updated.